And hello, welcome back to Kenshi. I'm just gonna jump right into it. Where we left off, we were sending Takeya out to do some mining because we were trying to get money for a possible shopping trip to upgrade our armor. And a quick note, let me offer some apologies if you hear some fireworks in the background. I am currently recording this for what is, for me, New Year's Eve, the day before 2026. You'd think I'd be out with friends, but it seems I'm just hanging out with Takeya tonight. And it's 8 p.m., so I know stuff is getting pretty active out there. I have been getting text messages from my friends all day, and I was like, yeah, I'll be out, I'm coming. And then I was like, yeah, I'm actually just gonna stay here and play some Kenshi tonight. This sounds to me like a little more exciting time. Watching this guy mine very slowly. That's how you know how lame I am. Beautiful. But yeah, I think the goal is about 10,000 cats is what we're trying to make. And then from there, once we have 10,000 cats, we're going to make our way north to Stack, which is right here. I believe this one is Stack. And then possibly to Blister Hill, which will be nice because I think Takeya has been missing Akron's pride quite a bit. He has currently, since leaving Bast, spent more time in the border zone than anywhere else, and life in the border zone is harsh and unforgiving. But regardless of whatever we end up doing, the main thing is that Takeya is staying alive, and that is important, and that is, I think, obviously what we should be focusing on. You have got to be kidding me. How many starving bandits are there in this land? Fortunately, we don't have any food on us, so maybe they won't bother us, but my god, guys, come on. And they even look like they're coming this way, too. Our KO point is minus 27. We're fully healed up on stuff, so you know what? Maybe we'll, if they come over here, maybe we'll at least put up a decent fight. But I'd like to just get another solid day of mining. They are coming this way, too, it looks like. Son of a bitch. I would prefer to get just a full day of mining in and not having to delay because we get our butts kicked. But I am glad that last episode we picked up these 2 first aid kits just in case this fight gets nasty for us. But I'm telling you, if these guys come this, yeah, they turned around. That is beautiful. Because those bandits in the past that have attacked us, sure, they've won the fight, but a couple of them would leave bleeding and scraped up. Like, unless they find medical care, they're not going to survive in the long term. So, I don't know why they keep attacking us. Well, I mean, I know why. They're looking for food and they're desperate. Seems to be the lot of people in the border zone, it seems. But what's that thing I keep saying? That's life in the border zone out here. It is not easy. And what matters the most, I think, is that we've also been managing to avoid dust bandits, which is quite impressive and quite important. Because I think dust bandits would really mess us up. What do we have here? Okay. Still those damn bandits hanging around. I can't believe we're at 38 laboring. Absolutely crazy work. Saber, 10, which I love. Melee attack 13, melee defense 12, strength 12, toughness 23, dexterity 11. I'm thinking about possibly upgrading to medium armor. Or maybe just getting high quality light armor. But then again, 10,000 cats is just not going to be enough for a full upgrade. But there could be, I hope, some money-making opportunities on the road to Stack and the road to Blister Hill. We know river raptors are a real problem over there in the valley of Akron's Pride, so might be we make some money selling skins. And we have thought about that as a possible career path for Takeya here. You know, selling animal skins, hunting animals. And maybe we work on his range skill or something. I don't know. That would certainly be interesting. Oh, hey. Got a nugget of copper in there. I think once we get this one loosed, we'll try and rearrange the bag a little bit and see if there's a way to fit one more in here. We clearly have the space for it, but maybe the bag just needs a little rearranging. But I would like to get as much copper in the bag as we can and a full inventory of copper. I mean, we can carry up to 27 weight now, like before we are no longer weightless, which means we are definitely trending in the right direction strength-wise. Our toughness is pretty good. I know it's probably not advancing as quickly as a lot of you would like, I'm sure, but I don't know if I've said this while playing, but I've referred to this at least as a slow play, a very slow burn series. And if you've made it this far, you already know that, and you clearly accept that. But it has been. I was actually just talking with my buddy Exo, who moderates our Discord server. Wonderful man. And I was telling him that the way I've been playing this game and recording this for the channel has been some of the most fun I've had playing an RPG. Like since my early days of playing Morrowind, and Oblivion, and my very first times playing New Vegas. Like I've been that hooked on this. That is more starving bandits and a frickin' whole bunch of them. Beautiful. That's rearranged enough to where you can get one more piece of copper in there. God, that is a big group. That is a big, big group. Where are you at, Takeya? Food-wise? Okay. You're not, or we have no food on us, but at least you're not starving or anything. Oh, didn't mean to click that. Laboring, we're almost 75% of the way to labor 39. That is very impressive. Love to see that. Beautiful. How funny would it be if Takeya just makes a living fighting off river raptors and selling the skins, has his own little house on one of the farms, or maybe a house in the city, and then, you know, his vacation time consists of something like, what do you call it? Something like, you know, going to hunt leviathans on the coast. There's no bandits in the hills. We have those guys right there. No one's creeping up on us from that way. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Well, Good thing. Good thing we can still sprint. At least we were able to put as much in the bag as we could. Guys are a little quicker. Alright, this guy's still following us. Oh, buddy. Oh, you guys are right on our ass. Oh, unless this is a different group of starving bandits, and I've just provoked 2 of them. Hey, trade ninjas, my friends. Oh, shit. This guy's got a blade, we gotta watch out for him. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, Takeya, do not get killed here. But it will be good to see the skills go up. Melee defense and whatnot. But I have a feeling... Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh my gosh. This is a huge frickin' fight. Come on. Oof. Holy guacamole. Oh, no you don't. Watch yourself. Mukaya. Alright. Let's heal up. Freaking jerks, man. I swear we can't get 1 day of work done in this place. Did some of them run inside too to go fight? Holy smokes. How freaking many of these bandits attacked this place? Let's first off sell our copper. What's our money looking like? 8,200 cats. I'll take it. Now we'll put this right here, so that way we can grab that one as well. Let's grab your armor, we'll grab your pantaloons. Heck, we'll even help the trade ninjas out, and I'll throw you outside. Don't worry, trade ninjas, you can thank me later. What a frickin' day. Would have so much more preferred to be selling copper instead of whatever raggedy ass junk these fucking scrubs are wearing. Is that Kaguya? How are you, friend? It's good to see you still milling about town. honestly tempted to just let these frickin' bandits just rot here. Let them and their gear fall to the wayside. But I forgot to sell those pants. But every cat helps. Every little penny is gonna bring us closer to our minimum 10,000 cat goal. We definitely took some licks, man. Some hits to the head, the stomach, both arms, and the right leg. Left leg, only thing that remained unscathed that whole fight. Let's take your weapon away. Boom, boom. We'll have to... Maybe the first thing we do is gather up these weapons instead of just grabbing all the clothing items. Just in case, you know, somebody wakes up. I mean, yeah, you wake up without no clothes, but they still hit you with a big stick. They still hit you with a big stick. Put this one on our hip there. Oh yeah, that's gonna net us some decent cash. And it'll be funny if he wakes up and wants to fight. Beautiful. I mean, beautiful that we're getting stuff to sell. Life in the border zone, definitely a bit harsher than Takeya, I think, was thinking it would be. I'm not sure he's particularly happy out here. I feel like I probably wouldn't be. Thought somebody had gotten up. Thought I saw some movement. But maybe I'm tripping. That is not uncommon. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see. Oh, 9,700 cats, baby. Alright, we'll take that. Let's finish up our... Oh, well, there's a weapon we forgot. Yeah, that can actually go here. So we can continue stealing pants. I don't know if we're going to hit that 10k cats, but maybe we can run back down and do some mining before the day is over. But I think it's also probably prudent that Takeya gets some rest as well. God, these poor people buying all this junk from me. Yeah. What the fuck is going on here? Kyung-ok. Well, friend. You appear to be dying. But, since you're trapped in a silly little pose, I'm gonna give you some first aid. I don't know if you'll survive long term. And you're definitely fighting a nasty stomach wound. But I'm gonna get that patched up. Don't you worry. Dr. Takeya is in the house. And for those of you that like to watch numbers go up, here's the stats for you as well. Maybe we'll hit Field Medic level 18. At least I hope. But I don't know if there's enough work on this left on this starving bandit. Hey, we did hit it. Good for us. Alright. I think we're gonna have him pick up just the pace just a teeny tiny bit here. So many pants to steal in so little time. $958 cats. Closer and closer and closer. I forgot to sell that stupid thing. Yeah, oh well. Alright, well, since you're clearly awake now, we'll just wait. I implore you to please get up, my friend. So that way I can rush out there and beat your ass. That's this idiot, right? Oh no. Oh yeah, this one. I'd be feeling pretty bad if I were you, Chief. All the friends dying or dead on the ground. Gah, awkward. Take some ragged trousers from yous. Still playing dead, are you? Should have stayed down. Now the stomach wound is one you won't recover from. That's gonna be a slow, painful one. Sorry, sir. Truly. 10,204 cats. Ooh. I'm feeling pretty good about that. How about you? Any pants to steal? None. Bunch of pantsless buffoons. Alright. How unfortunate. Wait, why aren't you? Talk to? Oh, I guess I cannot talk to them right now. Mayhaps because they are in conversation. So where are... Dead. Where did stomach wound guy go? Oh, that might have been this person right here. Yeah, it looks like it. Tough luck. The shinobi thief talking about kindred spirits with the bartender. You come in here to hit on this lady? I think I'm just gonna send Takeya to bed. He's still got some healing to do. His stomach, head, and right arm still hurting a bit. We'll finish up our looting session in a little bit. Once he's healed up all the way, I think. So I've been thinking about the trip to Stack. I think before we go, we'll wait for his hunger to drop a little bit. Eat a piece of dry meat before we go. We'll buy a piece of dry meat. Let that be the thing we eat first. And then after we eat that and he gets his little boost from that, then we buy a food cube. And the food cube will be what really gets us moving. Alright, let's get out there. The flies are already out there, so that just means bodies and loot are gonna start disappearing, and I want every penny that we can get on this character. And it doesn't look like that's actually going to be too much more outside of what we've got here, but every single one helps. Maybe it'll put us up a little bit. Almost got us to 10,400 cats. I think Takeya here can take a seat on the stool and sit at the table with Kasuga and Clancy from the Shinobi Thieves over here. And that's where he's going to hang out for at least a couple of hours. The bar at the hub is full tonight. I do kind of like the cozy lighting in here. It does have a certain kind of bar in the middle of nowhere kind of vibe. And I like that. I mean, Kenshi is described as a quote-unquote sword punk game, which I think is very, very apropos way to put it. Oh, yeah, just bump on into me, dude. Don't even sweat it. Are you gonna charge me another 50 cats to sleep here? Alright. Much appreciated, people. So we have 10k cats. And that's what we said. That's what I said for us to get moving. Didn't think we would get it today. So it's... I said it and I meant it. So we will most certainly start making our way to stack. Don't know if we're going to reach it this episode, or even today, day 24. God, 24 days since we left the hub. Or, not the hub, 24 days since we left Bast. Though I still do find myself thinking of the people still there. Does anybody think of Takeya? Does anybody from back there miss him? I just don't know. I mean, like I've said before, they probably thought he was insane to leave, but Takeya thinks they were probably a little insane to stay. His road certainly hasn't been easy by any means, but I do respect the road he's walking anyway. Frickin' bandits hanging out at the south gate. Fucking little bastards. I think at 5 a.m. we'll wake him up. And good to go. We'll grab a piece of dry meat here, because he'll probably eat that on the way to the first stop on our journey, which will be the Lone Shack / Rebel Base / Trade Ninja's other bar here in the border zone, as he just phases through the Shinobi Thief. I'm actually surprised this guy's hanging out in here and not hanging out at their tower. But, I mean, you know, he was in here earlier hitting on the bartender or whatever the hell they were talking about, looking for kindred spirits and whatnot. What happened to our T-posing friend? Look at you. Still over here posing away. Forgot that. That's going to be added to our fund. But look at you. Stomach minus 67. You'll be healed in no time, kid. So yeah, let's get Takeya moving out the north gate here, and we'll think the Trade, yeah, perfect. He ate the dried meat, and so we can purchase a food cube at the next bar. And this is definitely going to be a lengthy hike. It will definitely be a lengthy hike. But I think Takeya is partially pretty excited to be returning to the Holy Nation. I think if we buy a food cube, we'll be returning there with under 10k cats, but hopefully there will be a money-making opportunity along the way, or maybe some loot we can pick up. We'll set him to walk over up to this hill. We just gotta remember to keep an eye out. Life in the border zone. Very dangerous. Very dangerous stuff indeed. I wonder. That toughness is at 23 though. Melee attack. Oh, our melee defense and melee attack are so close to leveling up. I would definitely like the melee attack to get up. I wish Takeya would attack more, but he's always so outnumbered. So, I mean, like, I get why he doesn't attack more, but I certainly wish he would get more of them off. Because I feel like he wouldn't have to be on the defense so much if he attacked more often. Because that swinging attack you do with the saber can hit, like, 2 or 3 people. Just on this character alone, I've seen it hit 3 people. So that's something I definitely want us to get up more. I gotta say, I am very excited to be returning to Okranite territory. I think Takeya has certainly missed it. I know Stack is really the frontier of their lands, and it's maybe not as safe as Blister Hill. And I know they have another city. I think it's called Bad Teeth. I don't know if I've ever really spent much time there. I know when I was playing the game from a very zoomed out perspective and like on triple speed, yeah, I probably ran through it a few times going somewhere else, but it would be very interesting to see what the rest of their territory looks like. I just know Blister Hill and Okran's Pride very well. But I do know the way to Stack, at least mostly. We'll get over those hills, and hopefully it'll be a pretty easy journey from there. It's northwest. And I know the Fog Islands. Couldn't navigate that area. But I was talking to a friend of mine about how this series is going, and he had said something to me like, "Oh yeah, why don't you have you tried going to the Fog Islands, maybe training against the Fogmen?" And I'm like, dude, with the map mods I have on this and my inability to read the map, if Takeya goes into the Fog Islands, Takeya is not coming out of the Fog Islands. What is this? Oh, looks like these guys fought off some bandits recently. But yeah, I was like, if Takeya goes into the Fog Islands, Takeya better pray. Better pray to all that is holy, pray in the name of Okran that he finds Mongrel and finds it quickly. Because I would not be able to navigate the Fog Islands. I would not be able to survive in there. I mean, maybe we would survive, but it would not be a very lengthy or a very pretty survival. I'll put it that way. Alright. We'll definitely take this stuff. See that? Money-making opportunities along the way. We're already finding them. Takehiro. We will sell you some stuff, buddy. Gladly. And is there a food cube here we can buy? Oh, there is one. Beautiful. That will get us to stack. That is 75 nutrition and then 25 nutrition on the second serving. So, hell yeah. Beautiful stuff. We'll loot your armor. And then we'll continue our trek to the hub. Or, not the hub, to, Gunner looking to band together. You happen to be recruiting, Roamer? Oh, I wish, sir. I wish. Actually, it doesn't... It wouldn't hurt to inquire. Like, how much for his services. Ooh, 6,000 cats. I would love to hire you, truly. Like, for real. Crossbows, 32. -8. Precision is 0 -1, so -1. Dexterity is... Your skills are kind of low. I mean, look, not claiming we're a freaking god of battle or anything, but we're certainly a bit more skilled than that. But it would be nice to have somebody that is long range. But when you have that, when the precision shooting skill is low, the way precision shooting goes up is by frickin' killing your buddies. Friendly fire avoidance, right? But ways to train, accidentally shooting your friends. And I'm not sure I really want Takeya having to be somebody's pincushion for target practice. But a long-range fighter would be nice if we're planning an expedition. And if we're planning an expedition and something happens, then, well, we at least have someone watching our backs. And someone whose backs we can watch in turn, you know? Strength in numbers seems to be the name of the game out here, at least in the border zone. But it would be nice to make our way back to Holy Nation territory and, you know, find some friends in stack, perhaps. If hiring someone to come with us is really something we're looking for. But the more I do think about it, I do think the idea of traveling the coast would be fun, at least to avoid going through the swamp. But since we looked at the swamp, we found there's a city there, Shark, and some small villages, so, you know, maybe if we can just find the city, you know, the quickest way to a place is, you know, the quickest way to a new place is a straight line, right? But sometimes that straight line could be fucking dangerous. But I don't know if going through the swamp would be any more dangerous than possibly going through Hiver territory or traveling through Shek territory, with our last real stop of civilization that we know of being Admag. There could be... I don't know if there's way stations on the coast. I know tech hunters have random places all over, and, you know, trade ninjas have a little bar out in the middle of the desert. Maybe they've got something around there. I don't know if there's villages or territory over there. I don't know if maybe the United Cities has small villages or outposts, or, you know, let's be honest, most likely slave camps. But those slave camps do act as small settlements as well. So, you know, I just don't know. And then again, the southern United Cities territories, Clownsteady, Morn, Drifter's Last, what's the other one? Katun. And then we've got some other stuff there, a market. Like, is that something we even really want to go see? Is that something we really need to go see? I am speaking purely as a player here when I talk about this idea, and maybe I need to get out of the player mindset and stay in the Takeya mindset. Like, what excuse would he have to go there? Like, realistically, probably very little. I just don't know much about the southern part of the world, and I just like to see it. But Takeya himself, just as a person, has much better prospects north in Akron's Pride. But it is a big world, and this series is called Takeya the Drifter, not Takeya the guy who lives in Akron's Pride. So, you know, we should consider that as well. It's definitely something to think about. But I definitely don't. I'm fairly certain our future is definitely not here in the border zone. So we'll have to think about where we want to go. What is it we want Takeya to do long term? It was much easier when the goal was just get out of Bast, let's go discover the hub, and see this. And see this place that Takeya had heard about starting over. And he certainly has started over to his own credit. What's got you running, buddy? Huh. I don't know. Maybe he thought he heard something and thought better of himself. Oh, Garu. Maybe he got spooked by the Garu. That's what we'll say. But yeah, I mean, the goal to reach the hub was because he heard it was a place that somebody could start their life over. And in his defense, he has started over there. He's working a copper vein, and he's got an income, he's got a steady job, he's got steady food again. It's definitely not a glamorous life, but whose life in Kenshi really is glamorous? I feel like even the United City nobles who live in high privilege, it's probably still not the most comfortable existence you can imagine. Especially in a world that doesn't have a lot of modern convenience, so, you know. How much does he really have to, what does he really have to look forward to? But maybe we should consider, a real career path for him. And getting him a house, saving up, getting him a place that he has to rest, something that's his and somewhere he can come back to. Maybe we make him an adventurer. Maybe he becomes a tech hunter. That would be interesting. Or maybe he heads back to Bast to try and protect the people there and hunt down the cannibals and fight rebel farmers. I just don't know. But that's the beautiful thing about Kenshi, I will say. The options are endless. Who are you? Well, tried to help you. But if you don't want to be helped, that's on you. Certainly don't wish slavery on people, despite the fact some of those bandits piss me off. And I'm pretty sure in the past I have wished that on some of those bandits that attacked me. But, good luck. Good luck to you, friend. You have 0 clothing on, which leads me to believe you were probably looted by yours truly. Definitely get some eyes up over this hill. There's stack right there. Beautiful, beautiful stack. You know, it's funny. When I first started playing Kenshi, my characters were pretty much trapped in the hub, mining copper, because I was too nervous to go anywhere out in the world. But now, here we are, just walking around, traveling. But I used to see characters like nomads or tech hunters, and I'd be like, damn, dude. I want to be that guy. Just travel in the world. Maybe not no fear, but confident enough to take care of themselves and explore this big, beautiful continent that we're all inhabiting here. And now I see, and sometimes that character was often enslaved by, you know, getting the shit kicked out of them. And as our little caravan of slaves and slavers would wander by, I'd see somebody and be like, man, that guy, look at him, he's free, living the dream. And now I realize that some of my characters, even though maybe not the most impressive or well equipped, I'm sure some characters will walk past us and be like, man, that guy's got it figured out, good for him, wish I was doing what he was doing. Like that escaped slave there, running around with shackles, still on his feet and no clothes, probably looked at us with great envy. And not to mention, that dude was injured like crazy. Whereas we, healthy as can be. Maybe getting a little hungry, but fortunately, we've got a food cube on us. I gotta say, feels nice to lay eyes on some Holy Nation territory again. Feels nice to lay eyes on a city that is not just a desolate ruin. And heck, the day's not even over yet. Who do we have out there? Who are you, friend? Oh. Imamichi. Tech hunter. Interesting. Have a feeling this person's probably heading towards stack. We'll likely see you there, friend. Tech hunting would be fun. Maybe that's another profession Takeya could consider. There are certainly tech hunter cities and enclaves we could move to, or at least consider getting some property in. Tech hunters sell maps and maps to all kinds of locations, so it would give us plenty of reason to travel the continent. And here we are, back in Akron's Gulf officially. Feels good to be breathing in some of that Akronite air. I do really love that. And I would like to, I think it's right in between those mountains there, Akron's Pride, that beautiful little river valley. Yeah, has to be. We're looking right at it. Definitely thinking of heading back there. Depends on what we find. Depends on what we find here at Stack, though. Might find that by the time we get there, most of the stores are closed down. But that's okay. That is certainly a-okay. We'll hang out in one of the bars tonight and start shopping in the morning. But if we can sell some gear, that would really help us out. Like if we can sell some gear, maybe sell the heart protector. But we'll have to look. I'm thinking, see, I like light armor for the mobility, but and I don't want heavy armor because, man, that'll just really, really slow us down. I don't know. But if we get good enough and quick enough with a blade, the light armor will be nice in case we get in a situation that we can't get out of. And if we become good enough with this saber here, hopefully people won't be able to hit us enough for the lack of protection light armor offers compared to medium or heavy armor to be an issue. But that still requires Takeya getting a lot getting a lot more skill with his blade, finessing a little more than he's currently capable of doing. I really just don't know what to do. And who are these people? Is that even people? Holy Nation. Oh. Well, they got a patrol out that way. Interesting. Good for you guys. I think, I definitely enjoy that. I definitely enjoy that. It's nice to just be walking around some territory and not feeling too unsafe. I know Stack, like I said, is it's kind of the frontier of Holy Nation territory, so it's definitely not the safest area. We've definitely seen bandits out here before. Large groups of starving bandits. But it's certainly far safer, I think, than the border zone. And I gotta say, Takeya will be most grateful to be back in a city with a little law and order for a change. But we gotta remember to go out the right frickin' gate if we're heading back to the hub for any reason. I don't know if we are. I like to think maybe one day we'll go back there, but I just don't know yet. Oh, Stack. How I have missed you in the days since we've been gone. Is that Imamichi of the Tech Hunters? Oh. Shimazaki, a drifter. Fellow drifter like us. Fun. Maybe Imamichi already made his way into the city. Maybe he's a quicker walker than us. Wouldn't surprise me. Because I'm not seeing him out here anywhere. Unless he took off in a different direction. Hey, ate part of that food cube. Figured that would be enough to get us to Stack. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Ah, some holy sentinels. Hello, gentlemen. Hello, hello, you sweet, sweet Okronites. It is so nice to be back. Divine blessings, brother. And to you, sir. Thank you. Let's see what they got here. What is this place? General shop? Bakery? Residential? I think somewhere in there is like a clothing store. Like just past the travel gear store here. And there's like a headgear shop and a boot shop. Yeah, let's check the headgear shop and the boot shop first. We can check the travel store later. Might be worth it while we're here to buy a map. You call it practicality, I call it cowardice. Running from a fight just because it's tough, that's not how warriors survive. Well, you aren't wrong there, friend. Practicality, practicality. I'm not running from fights. I'm choosing the battles worth fighting. There's a difference between bravery and foolishness. Well, you do have a point there as well. Clothes shop and boot shop. Foolishness. What's the point of living if you're not willing to face danger head on? We're warriors, not scavengers hiding in the shadows. Who are these people arguing? Well, speaking as a scavenger that's had to hide in the shadows, it's not the worst. Alright. High grade. 9,000? We can't even afford that. That is freaking crazy, dude. Oh my gosh. $21, $28, $70. Yeah, it's definitely less. But it's lighter. Maybe Drifter's leather jacket. Is that all we came here for, possibly? It's got more blunt resistance, which seems to be what we face more often. Less cut resistance. And harpoon resistance as well. I wonder. You know what? Let's do it. We'll buy it. It actually looks pretty freaking cool. And what good does bravery do if it gets you killed? I've seen too many brave warriors become corpses because they charged into every fight without thinking. Was this just nomads arguing with each other? We're not talking about charging blindly. We're talking about standing your ground and facing your enemies, not skulking away like a coward. He's talking to this holy shop guard. Clearly him and this nomad have some history. Perhaps that shop guard was a nomad before he joined the Holy Nation. Certainly an interesting thought. Nothing here I'd like. Extra map sounds nice. Map of the border zone would give us a way station. Whereas this holy map would tell us Bad Teeth, 2 holy farms, 2 holy military base, and 5 holy mines? Or is it maybe holy mine number 5? Fuck it. Let's buy it. Let's take a look and see what this does. Oh, wow. That is definitely a lot. Alright, let's look. Yeah, that is 5 holy mines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there another one? 5. And military bases. More farms. I wonder how we didn't discover that farm when we were up here. Or this one. Huh. Well, now we know where Bad Teeth is. Right there. It's a lot closer than Blister Hill, too. check the headgear shop. Maybe we can find something better than what we're rocking now. The pants are still fine, but I would like to change the shirt and the headgear. The pants and the boots are whatever. The clipping is super annoying, but I gotta say I like this leather jacket. That's pretty cool. Looks pretty tough. Alright, what have you got for me, friend? Literally nothing. Ooh. But still, no light arm, no like hats. I mean, the turban, 16, 3, 80. What about this? 10, 1, 80, 20. Well, let's just buy this better version of the same frickin' thing. It's a start. It's a start. Force heading out on patrol. What do we got here? Another nomad? Yeah. It's getting late. Find a bar to stay in. Not over here because we got turned around in this city last time. Maybe one closer to the gate, if there is one. What is this? Small shack. Oh, a residence that could be built. Require a little elbow grease, but we can get a small little house up and running here, I think. Temple. 2 temples? Oh no, that's a bakery. Mechanical shop. In the Holy Nation? Well, we might as well check it out. I think we may have come in here before. I can't exactly recall. Well, let's see what they got in here. Advanced outpost blueprints, basic furniture, advanced harpoonery. I wish, friend. I wish. Cool mustache. Young. What are you doing? Going to bed. Fun. Whoa. Mercenary Guild looks friggin' vicious over here. You got anything worth purchasing? No. I think we're just gonna hit the hay. Man, Man, this place is packed today. Awesome. Oh, we made it to Stack safe and sound, which is really nice. And as the sun goes down, Takeya drifts to sleep. What is this guy doing? It's town guards. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a Holy Nation force moving out. Maybe, come next episode, maybe we make our way to Bad Teeth. Check that place out. See what's going on over there. Might find some better shopping opportunities than what we found here in Stack. I mean, Stack is it's good for what it is, but it's also a town on a frontier, a border town. So, you know, maybe Bad Teeth will have a little more for us, but I just don't know. Definitely something to consider. But we need to make sure we're going out through the correct gate. Not like last time where we went out the wrong gate. So I think we'll position ourselves to be going out the correct way, which I believe is right here. I believe. We'll check. And from there, yeah, because there's the travel gear store or armor shop. I think we saw that right when we walked in. I don't know. Let's get him awake and moving. We've got half a food cube, which, considering where our hunger's at, I think is more than enough to get us through the whatever situation we have ongoing. So strange seeing a hiver hanging out in here. Careful. Well, I can hear some chit-chat going on. Says this guy's patrolling, but he is clearly bugged out. Maybe we can move him and... I mean, what do I care what the AI's up to, but still. Oh my god, it worked. Good for you, Mikoto. Yeah, I don't think this is the right gate. I don't think this is the gate we came in. Is it? Oh, yeah. I mean, it looks like it. Definitely looks like it. Let's see what it looks like out here. I want to make sure before we finish things up here for the day that we are in the right area. Yeah, I recognize that tower. We use that as a place to... I know it's got to be pretty even with the hub, which means Bad Teeth is this way, over these hills, maybe between these two rock formations, and that's where we start heading next time. So, if you're enjoying this series, please consider liking, please consider subscribing. You have no idea how much that stuff helps the channel. It actually helps the channel quite a bit and encourages me to keep making this kind of content. So if it's the kind of content you're enjoying, please consider liking, please consider subscribing. But also, if you're not liking it, leave it a dislike so I know. You're not going to offend me. I enjoy having access to all kinds of data, not just purely positive feedback. But also, in addition to this series, Takeya The Drifter, playing on Mondays, we have The Night City Nomad on Wednesdays. And that is obviously a Cyberpunk 2077 playthrough I am doing with a Nomad V. But, more than anything, if none of that is your jam, I am just so grateful that you took time out of your day to be here with me. And I'll see you in the next one.